Chip Systems International presents an overview of chip briquetting equipment. Metal chip briquetting presses are employed to compress flowable, loose metal chips into briquettes. As the briquettes are being produced, accumulated cutting fluid is extracted. This is a typical industrial-grade briquetting press shown in operation. The upper drum is designed to receive the flowable metal chips, which feeds the hydraulic compression unit where the briquette is produced. The briquetting press is operated using various hydraulic components. Major components are manufactured by Vickers and Parker Hannifin. Since it is common to produce heat during the hydraulic briquetting process, an air-to-oil cooler is provided. Electrical controls use state-of-the-art PLC designs and incorporate readily available components that may be purchased from internet suppliers. Broken metal chips are dumped into the receiving hopper of the briquetting press and fed to the primary ram for chip introduction. As the chip load is processed, it is readily seen that the infeed device is self-feeding and meters the correct amount into the process automatically. The compression device includes a hydraulic cylinder consisting of a ram extension, which is forced against the chips, creating a briquette. Various sizes of briquettes are possible depending on the size of equipment selected. As the briquette is being produced during compression, the entrained coolant is being extracted. The removed coolant gravity flows to the storage sump and the briquette is discharged to a container or takeaway conveyor. Foundry briquetters. Briquetting equipment typically used in foundries or scrapyard applications is designed for high-capacity operation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The components of the foundry briquetting press are massive and extremely simple to maintain. The foundry briquetting press may produce various sizes of briquettes, depending upon process requirements. Once the briquette has been produced, it drops onto a takeaway conveyor. The briquette from the foundry briquetter is elevated by a steel belt conveyor and discharged into a takeaway tub. If the chips are not suitable to being dumped directly into a briquetter, additional infeed and processing equipment is required. This equipment may need to be a pivot dumper, infeed screw, shredder, part separator, and possibly a chip wringer. Once the chips have been dumped into the infeed screw, they are inclined to the chip shredding device. The chip shredding device is a Chip Systems International patented wad buster design that received the wad of bushy chips. The wad buster progressively reduces the chips to a flowable product suitable for briquetting. The shredded chips are passed through a part separator to remove chunks of oversized objects that could possibly create difficulty in the briquetting press. Once the bushy chips have been shredded and the tramp metal removed, the chips are fed to the briquetter for briquette production.